It's a huge difference, right? That's kind of wimpy. It's kind of cool. So we're going to talk blues harmonica, and we're going to talk serious blues harmonica. And there turns out there are a few things that the pros do, that advanced players do, that are total mysteries to beginning players. And I speak as somebody who at one point was a beginning player, and I knew when I heard these things that I was hearing the stuff that I wanted to learn. And and I'm going to show you today, of all of the things like that, to me this is the big one. So this is you can call it the final secret. It's really the first secret. It's not particularly easy for a beginner to do, but it's important that you know that it's out there. And what it is, before I begin, I need to clarify that there's two different basic ways of playing the harmonica. And if you've been doing this for a while, you know this. If you're a beginner, you don't. We call them lip pursing or puckering, which is where you sort of narrow your lips down and play one note at a time, or alternately, tongue blocking, where you're putting your tongue, your mouth is open to 3 or 4 notes, but you're putting your tongue over a few of them and just getting one. So I'm going to show you, for the sake of argument, the two-hole draw, and I'm going to do it lip pursed, and I'm going to do it tongue blocked. So lip pursed, and this is on a C harp, key of C. Tongue blocked. Same note. Lip pursed, tongue blocked. Lip pursed, tongue blocked. Now they sound identical, more or less. And what's amazing is there's a huge kind of debate within the harmonica community, a lot of sort of vicious attacks over people who only tongue block versus people who do both versus people who've never learned to tongue block and they just lip purse. That's all irrelevant. The technique that I'm going to show you is a technique that I evolved. Nobody showed me. I evolved it because I didn't know that the sound that I heard was being done by tongue blockers. So the tongue blocker sound is basically what I'll call, it's called adding texture to your notes. It comes much easier to tongue blockers than it does to lip pursers until you learn what lip pursers do. And I'm somebody who does both, but when I'm playing the two draw this way, I mostly do it lip pursed. But let me show you what tongue blockers do. And this was the sound that I heard. So I'm going da 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 da. Now, if you lip purse but don't know how to do the technique, or if you tongue block and haven't learned this yet, let's imagine what your repeated two draw is going to sound like. So if I'm going to go, that's beginning harmonica. Da 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 da, and I'm just taking my tongue and I'm tapping it lightly on my mouth as I play a big, clear lip pursed. Tongue blocker could do that, I guess. And you do it by sort of subtly swelling and sort of contracting the right corner of your tongue. So I'm not going to show you all these techniques. I want to show you one specific sound. The key thing is that sound's not particularly rich. It doesn't have any texture. Now when I play that, I play it like that. Now, wow. It's a huge difference, right? That's kind of wimpy. It's kind of cool. Now, I played that second one lip pursed. What I was imitating was the way that tongue blockers do it. So that's tongue blocked, and this is lip pursed. They're pretty close, right? Now, there are some tongue blocking Nazis who might say, well, no, it's a little richer on the tongue blocking. Tongue blocking, lip pursing, tongue blocking, lip pursing. Actually, I just reversed them. Are you confused? I'm going back and forth between them. Okay. So what am I doing to get that lip pursed sound? That's what I want to show you. I'm combining two things, and it's easiest if you start by being able to do each of those things independently and then adding them together. So the first thing I'm doing is the first thing I showed you. Da 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 da. So I'm going I'm using my tongue on the roof of my mouth, and as I draw air in, da 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 da. So you need to be able to do it like that with no harp first. Breathing in. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, so first thing, and then. Okay, now what you'll notice is that my lips are not moving from the harp. That's part A. Part B is an expansion and contraction. It's a subtle thing where so I'm contracting and expanding. And as I expand, and it's sort of more of a release, what happens is you get some of the 2 draw, some of the 1, some of the 3 as a sort of shadow chord. Now remember, we haven't yet combined the 2 things I'm talking about. This is the second thing. I'm going ooh wah wah wah, ooh wah wah wah. Now, if you can do each of those things, the secret now is, well, now there's no secret. Can you combine the 2 of them at the same time? Now, most people, when they try to do it, it doesn't quite come together at first. So you're going to go ta. Then you're going to open those lips. And so I would just start with 2 things, those 2. Ta, ta, ti. And on ti, ta, ti, you open your lips. Can you see what I'm doing? It's a very subtle relaxation of that sort of ring of muscle that makes your lips hold tight for an embouchure. Now, if you do that 3 times, you got it. That's the secret. And then you need to have something that sort of reverses the direction and kind of keeps it going so that you stabilize it into a workable rhythm, a workable, repeatable rhythm. I'll come back later and I'll show you some of those, but this is the lesson, how to add texture to your notes 1. We'll come back, we'll show you some fancier stuff. All right, I will come back. This is Adam Gussow. Looking forward to spending a little more time with you in the near future. Adding texture to your notes 1. See you down the road. Bye-bye.